Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk about something today. Now, first, let me start off by saying I'm a big Takomo fan. So this is not knocking Takomo by any means. I want to know what's going on with this company, Ram Golf. Now, Ram has a fascinating history. They've been around forever. Their business model has changed over the years. They have a storied past. They began in the 1940s, and golfers like Tom Watson, Ray Floyd, Nancy Lopez, even Jack at one point had Ram clubs in his bag. Now, despite their history, they've changed ownership several times, and today they're under the umbrella of Golf Outlet USA, or Tommy Armour's involved. I'm not sure who owns them, but I do know that they market their irons directly through their website, and they market U.S. customers. Takomo, on the other hand, I own Takomo irons. I have the 201s and the 101s. Now, they're a relatively new company. I've been following them for about a year and a half now, and their business model is direct to consumer. They cut out traditional retail. They provide premium clubs at competitive prices. They also leverage modern marketing through popular golf influencers like Bryan Bros, Busted Jack, Luke Kwan, and now the biggest name in golf, Grant Horvat. And that really appeals to younger golfers. If we look at the side-by-side image of the 101s and the FX77s from Ram, they are similar, but not really identical. Now, if we take a look at the loft specs, they're identical, iron for iron. Here's where it gets interesting. So I stumble across the Ram irons. They label them as their player's distance iron. And at first glance, I looked at them and I'm like, these are Takomo 101 tees. They look exactly like them, other than the branding. I've personally tested the 101s. I know what they feel like. I know how they perform, as the 201s as well. As you can clearly see, the loft specs match identically, right? But here's the twist. The physical design of the Ram actually appears closer to Takomo's more compact 101T, which is Takomo's player's distance iron. The 101 is their game improvement iron. But the blend of exact specs with different visual cues is what's really intriguing to me. Now let's take a look at the 101Ts side by side with the Ram FX77. Almost identical, other than the branding. So I guess what I'm getting at is there's a legitimate question to ask. Are these irons made in the same factory, just branded differently, for consumer segments? I mean, this wouldn't be unprecedented in the golf industry. Factories often produce similar designs under various brands. Now, let's look at the price. This is an interesting angle. The way these companies sell their clubs. Takomo utilizes their direct-to-consumer model internationally. So they're aiming for global reach. Ram Golf, meanwhile, they clearly emphasize their stock availability and quick shipping directly from their U.S.-based warehouse, potentially offering faster delivery times within the U.S. market. Additionally, Ram undercuts Takomo's price by $40, pricing their FX77 irons at $449 compared to Takomo 101s at $489. I guess the question is, the 101s and the Ram, loft specs identical, but physically, you look at the appearance and they're almost basically identical to the 101Ts. So what's going on here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This all begs the question. Are we essentially looking at a hidden gem with the Ram irons? Are they an even better value proposition than the Takomo 101s, considering the lower price and faster U.S. shipping? Or is there something more subtle that distinguishes the performance or feel between these sets? So what are we talking about? Could shared factories in golf manufacturing mean identical quality? The implications of branding and marketing strategies in golf, the impact of influencer marketing for Takomo, price versus performance. Would you sacrifice Takomo's brand and popularity for the slight savings on RAM just to justify choosing it for that reason. Without having the Ram irons in hand, I can't fully confirm their performance or feel. But given the evidence, it's a very interesting comparison and one that I intend to follow up on. Let me know your thoughts below and whether or not you would consider the Ram irons, or maybe you already have them and you could share your thoughts. Does Takomo's reputation and marketing appeal to you more? Don't forget, like, subscribe, stay tuned for updates because I am going to look into this some more. And I may just pick up a set of these Rams and give them a test. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.